Hey, it's Kley. Welcome to another video. Today, we are going to take a look at this pedal. It's not working correctly. We're going to try to figure out what's going on with it and see if we can't fix it. I'm going to just kind of try to explain some of my debugging and troubleshooting thoughts and processes on a pedal that's not working. If you're interested in that, go ahead and dive in. While you're at it, please check out the links in the description below if you wish to support my channel and encourage more videos like this. Please leave a comment down below if you have ever had a pedal break on you. Did you try to fix it? Did you just throw it in the trash? Did you send it to somebody to get it repaired? What do you do when your pedal breaks? Let's go ahead and dive in. Thanks. Alright, the first step, I've got a 9-volt DC power supply here, 250 milliamps, and I plugged it in, and I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I am able to get the LED working. The LED looks like it's kind of sunken in there. It isn't sticking through there properly. That's maybe something we can work on. And then on this side, the LED is just very dim. It's this kind of yellowish color, and it just looks very dim to me. But the LEDs are working. I'm going to plug it into a guitar amp and see if it makes any noise. Okay, I have the pedal plugged in. My guitar is coming here to the input. This output is running out to my amplifier, and already we're having some problems. It's very noisy. So if I just take the power supply out, that seemed to help with that. But so that's what it should be like. So that's to be expected there. These are the to turn. It's a two-part pedal. We got an echo side and a phaser side. Let's try this. So it seems to be functioning, kind of. The echo side, at least. But maybe not correctly. It's real noisy. I might try a different power supply, but the phaser side is not really working. It's kind of working. So this switch here isn't really seated very well. This one is a three-way. So there's definitely some problems. I'm just gonna open up and see what I see. Okay, I've got the pedal open here. Yeah. Just kind of looking around. This looks like a Mad Blue delay from PCB Mania for the delay, and then this is a circulator. Okay. Looks like there's PCBs everywhere. So, yeah. Where to begin? Well, I think the first place that I want to start with just kind of cleaning up some of the wiring. Some of these leads are just a little bit longer than they need to be, and are just kind of sketching me out a little bit. Kind of would like them to be a little bit more short and to the point. In fact, this one, like, I don't know, things might be touching in a weird way that they shouldn't. This Mad Blue delay appears to have a trim pot, which I bet will change the way the repeats work. And then oh, okay, right here on the jack I see a cold solder joint. That appears to be applying ground, so that's a little bit of a problem. Definitely could be related to the noise. Okay, well, I think what I'm going to do is probably just spend some time cleaning up the wiring and reflowing some solder joints, and just see what I can do to clean it up a little bit. Okay, next thing I noticed, this yellow wire that was running from this output jack is also a cold solder joint. Like I can actually see the wire rotating right there. So yeah, I think we're gonna need to do a lot of reflowing. Now with these switches, you do want to be a little cautious about the temperature that you run. Cold solder joints are often that you didn't get it hot enough, or you just didn't flow solder sufficiently enough, or you didn't get both, like the wire and the terminal, hot enough to flow the solder. But at the same time, you don't want to get it too hot that you can actually nuke like the plastic on the inside of these things, and that'll ruin them as well. So yeah, it's just kind of a balancing act. Having a soldering iron that can dial in an exact temperature is really nice. Alright, as I was gonna reflow this connection here just broke off. So that's not good. I think I'm gonna just put a whole new wire in. I don't know how much this guy's been vibrating around, but yeah, I might redo some of this one too. This guy just feels a little sketchy to me. Looks like there's another cold solder joint here, or maybe just doesn't look like it has enough solder flowing all the way through. Alright, as I was putting in some new stuff and new wires and reflowing solder, I did a quick little test just because I wasn't really thrilled with this little area here. And if I put this cable in, you can see it's actually pushing up against this capacitor. And, you know, like the first time I did it, I actually put, like, it really does push up into that thing. And it's providing some impact onto that cap. So I think I want to try to get it out of there. I just don't feel real good about that. I don't know if anything's broken, but I just think whatever, those leads under there aren't going to be real long. So I'm just nervous about that, how that cap's going to work out in that spot. I want to touch just briefly on wire choice. I know that solid core wire can be preferable for its ability to stay in a certain spot. Like once you kind of put a solid core wire in its location, it's going to stay real nicely. And stranded core wire can maybe just be a little bit less precise on that end. But I do like stranded core wire for its durability. I mean, just looking at this guy, I've had a couple wires that straight up broke on me. So yeah, just something to think about. I'm not necessarily saying one's better than the other, but if you are going to use a certain one, just kind of keep in mind of its strengths and weaknesses. If you're going to use solid core wire, then just be real careful about how you put all your leads on everything, just so that they don't snap off like some of these have. I'm also noticing that some of these guys aren't on here real securely, so I'm just going to give them a little extra tighten up. I think that should help keep things nice and safe and secure. I really don't, I mean, these foot switches, they're going to get stomped on. So you really do want them to be on there nice and tight. And this is a nice time to do it because I can get my finger in there to provide counter pressure, so I'm not just yanking against the PCB. Okay, I have replaced two wires. This one here on the output jack ground, and also this one on the output jack hot. Everything else seemed relatively okay. I did touch up every solder joint that I could see. Just gave it a little heat so it would flow, and then gave it just a minuscule amount of new solder. I am going to plug it in and test it out and see where we're at, and maybe we fix this thing, maybe not. Let's find out. Okay, I got my Stratocaster plugged into the pedal, into my amplifier. It's a little bit noisy because things are kind of out in the open and my interface is right nearby, but I think we can get an idea that this thing is working a little bit better. Alright, I got a couple observations. Everything seems to be functioning. The only thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is the delay. It's kind of noisy and grainy and oscillates a little bit too early for my liking, but everything else seems to be working. There is a trim pot on the delay circuit, so I'm going to mess with the trim pot and see if that helps at all. Okay, I did find some documentation on the internet, and the trim pot on the inside is supposed to be an infinite repeats, but something seems off there. I'm going to play with it a little bit more, but at the minimum and maximum end of the spectrum, I think it has infinite oscillations almost. So something seems maybe a little bit off there. I'll keep looking into that. hope you guys enjoyed that video. I've got the pedal to a functioning state. I'm going to send it back to the owner, have him take a play through it, give it a listen, and play it with my amp and give it another evaluation. I might do a follow-up part 2 with this. I fixed the reliability issues where it was like basically not working at all. Everything's working. I just think maybe the circuit needs a little bit more dialing in. The delay still seems to be a little bit noisy, and the infinite repeats is not working quite right. But if you're just looking to get the pedal back to a basic functioning state, some of those simple troubleshooting steps that I took there of just taking off the back cover and just giving it a thorough look over. Look through each and every connection where a wire connects to either to the circuit board or to a jack or a pod of some kind, and just maybe give it a little bit of a wiggle. And you'll see maybe there might be some dried or cold solder joints that just need a little bit of reflowing. And some of that reflowing can actually bring some life back to the pedal in a way that hasn't been for a while. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. I'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.